Hi, Collective. It's Intuitive Pisces Moon, and I want to bring you a love reading today. So, this is a love reading regarding deep bonds, soulmate bonds, even twin flame bonds, whatever your yearning is, that deep yearning for your soulmate out there, okay? So, even if twin flame doesn't fit your agenda, soulmates are still within here. So, I want to get started. We're going to use several decks today to tap into the energy and see where we're at as a collective. I just have this very, very deep feeling of missing your significant other, your soulmate out there. And this could even be a soulmate that you haven't met yet. So whether you've met your soulmate or not, whether you know who they are or not, I feel that our souls are just in this very deep yearning energy at this time. So that's what I'm looking to tap into today. So I am going to separate and get into divine feminine and divine masculine. Now, these are just labels. So you could be a divine feminine and be of, a male descent. You could also be a feminine and be male, etc. Whatever. So whatever label you put on yourself and your significant other, place the labels as they fit. Do not force anything here. Roles can be reversed. So again, if you have two feminines, you still may have a feminine and masculine energy. Just, again, don't force anything. We'll take it as it goes. Okay. So thank you all so much for showing up here today. I truly appreciate your time and energy exchange. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been here a while, thank you again for returning. And if this energy does resonate with you, make sure you like the video, comment, let me know what you think, and subscribe. Share it if you want to. All right, so we're going to get into the Divine Feminine first. And I want to look at Divine Feminine's overall energy. What is Divine Feminine's overall energy, please, Spirit? What are we looking at for Divine Feminines? Denial. Okay, repressed emotions, rejection, unable to see below the surface. Okay, so this could very much have to do with that deep yearning feeling. Now, I did say that it's coming to the surface. So this could very well be what these repressed emotions are. And it could even have to do with rejection that occurred between the masculine and the feminine. So denial is denying your feelings for something. Now, there is a possibility that there is some strong hurt that occurred here. Okay, so if you do know your person, and even if you don't, this could be past life hurt that you're feeling, and maybe you don't understand why you're feeling it. But there is a strong sense of deep emotional pain attached to this, okay? And now if we're denying it, it means we're not allowing ourselves to feel it, we're not addressing it, we're not thinking about it and healing it. Okay, we're kind of trying to shove it down below the surface. So that might be something to think about, feminines, on, what these feelings are coming up. They're coming up for a reason. You're being asked to feel it deeply, and as painful as it may be, feel it. Once you feel it, let it pass. And I am going to be honest with you, there may be several passes of this. And this could take years as well. This feeling could come up and you could think you've addressed it, passed it, and it could come up again to heal deeper. Okay? So sometimes we repress things when they're just too painful to accept, acknowledge, to feel. And if we keep shoving them down, it's going to come back worse every time. Okay, so we're not denying our feelings. We want to feel them deeply, accept them, allow them to pass through us, and let the healing go deeper each time. Okay? So now I want to look at the overall energy for the masculine. What is the overall energy of the masculine, please? We have transformation, breakthrough, reinvention, and you're ready for the next level. Okay? So I feel like some of us thought this may never happen. So I'm really happy to see that masculines are figuring out their ish and transforming, whatever it was in the past that they didn't deal with before. So again, they may have been in a denial phase as well and are now breaking through that. So feminines, even if you've healed this, you're asked to go deeper this time. So think about, all the pain and suffering that even in past lives you've dealt with your masculine. You are being called to go deeper. All right. Now I want to look at what the shared energy or the blockage is between the two. What is the shared energy or the blockage, please, Spirit? Okay. Marriage, legal partnership, commitment, marital bond, and societal contracts. Okay. So this could be that one or both of you is married to someone else. There could be some blockage as far as legalities of marriage. Maybe you're separated but not yet divorced. There's something as far as legalities are concerned, or even societal contracts are concerned, that is preventing you at this time from being together. Okay? So take that as it resonates in your particular story. But I'm seeing this as both the blockage and the shared energy. It's like you both want this, but there's something potentially preventing this. Now, I will say that as I was meditating, I did get an image, and I'm going to try to describe this to you, of two people wanting to be together and trying to go towards each other, but being held back by a rubber band. Okay, both are being held back and they both want to go towards each other, but they're just restricted. And then spirit comes along with a giant pair of scissors and cuts those rubber bands. And what's going to happen is, force, they're going to smash into each other. So that is the image that I was getting with this situation. So at the moment, we're being held back for, our deeper transformations and our deeper emotional dealings. But once we are separately finished with what we needed to accomplish, our individual lessons, Spirit's going to cut those rubber bands and we're just going to smash into each other. And again, that might be where the marriage occurs. So whether the marriage is a blockage in your life, meaning one or both are in other arrangements, or this is what is going to bring you together. Okay, so take that as it resonates. And it could also be both, in fact. Okay, so I want to look now, going back to the feminine, on what are the feminine's feelings currently. What are the feminine's feelings currently? Sacred journey. Understand who you truly are. This journey brings self-discovery. Okay, so feminines are finding out who they are as individuals. I can honestly say from experience that most feminines, over the years, and I mean over many generations, have been silenced and weren't allowed to be individuals and weren't allowed to speak their own thoughts, their own voice. They were silenced. I mean, for the longest time, women couldn't vote. For the longest time, women couldn't even buy a house without a man being a signer on the house. Can you imagine that? So there's a lot of ancestral trauma that's being healed at this time. And I mean, going back again, my grandma, okay, who is in her 80s, was in that I can't buy a house without a man era. She was not allowed to sign for a house without having some man there present with her. So this is part of the things that we are discovering about ourselves, is that we are individuals. We do have a voice, and our voice has power, and that we will no longer be silenced. So that is part of our sacred journey as feminines, is finding our own voice, finding our own power, and doing it beautifully. I love that. Now, what about masculine? What are the masculine's feelings currently? We have appreciate, okay? So it says your twin appreciates you, see the blessings, practice appreciation. So they're learning the value of gratitude. So they may have had a negative mindset. You know, again, your mindset is what brings in what it is you desire. Whether you desire it or not, it's coming. So if you constantly complain about stuff, you're going to get more of that. If you're grateful for things, you're going to get more of that too. So I think the masculines are going through and realizing that their thoughts create their reality. And now they're learning to appreciate not only the feminines, but everything in their life in general. And this is part of their transformation. Okay, so let's get to the blockages or the shared energy between the two. What is the blockage and the shared energy? We have home. All right, there it is. So their current feelings. That's that deep yearning for the feeling of home. Cozy, warm, secure. You feel at home with each other. And I believe that that's what that deep yearning feeling is. Okay, so there's a fire kindling in the background. There's, I don't know if this is hot cocoa with a spoon and a little cozy on the cup and some popcorn. You know, this is being snuggled up together. And maybe it's cold outside and, you know, you're under a blanket. You just feel nice and warm and secure with each other. So I don't see that as a blockage. To me, I see this as the shared energy that you're both currently feeling. All right. Let's get over to the feminine. How does the feminine feel about the connection currently? Release. Loosen your hold, relax, unwind, release fear, anxiety, and doubt. I love it. Okay, so feminines are letting go. They're letting go of outcomes. They're letting go of their attachment to anything. They are realizing that, again, they can do things on their own. They do not need the masculine to get by in life, although they still yearn for this connection. Don't get me wrong. But they also realize that they are perfectly capable of living their own lives on their own terms. And actually, this is strongly attracting the masculine at this time. Let's get over to the masculine. How does the masculine feel about this connection? Destruction, tower moment, unexpected change, new opportunities. Okay. So they may feel that it's lost, that it's been broken down, it's been gone, it's destroyed. But with tower moments comes an opportunity to build anew. So with the masculine, there is an understanding that the way that we have done things before was not the best way to do things. So again, whether you've known this masculine in this life or in a past life, the way that things were done previously was not built on a strong foundation. And so this was part of the transformation where we need to destroy what existed so that we can build a stronger, new foundation. And then this time, hopefully, we'll make it work. All right, so what are we looking at for the blockages or the shared energy between the two regarding this connection? Inner child. All right. Playful, happy, enjoy the present moment, live to the fullest. So both of you are facing two things. One, inner child trauma, We're going in and we're nurturing and loving our inner child, but also within the connection, we bring each other's playful side out. Our inner child is, again, safe, happy, content, warm feeling with each other. It's almost like you are like two children playing out on the playground, and just that could go on forever. You could be outside playing all day and you wouldn't even care what time it is. It's like time passes and you just feel amazing together. All right. I love that energy. So again, with the blockage and the shared energy, we are both experiencing this. So we are looking at our inner child trauma work and also acknowledging that each brings out the beautiful child energy within each of us. All right, we're going to have to stack these because it's going to get too long. All right, going back to the feminine, how do they feel towards their counterpart at this time? How does the feminine feel towards their counterpart? Observing. Okay, so they may be watching them on social media, having a curiosity, a fascination. Not communicating, not getting involved, just watching. And that's interesting because normally I find that comes up on the masculine side. So it's a possibility we've switched roles now at this point, where now the feminine is the one, drawing back the energy and just kind of observing, maybe seeing how they're doing, checking in on them once in a while. I wonder what they're up to, that kind of thing. Now let's check in with the masculine. How does the masculine feel about their counterpart? Free will. Choices, decisions, contact, inaction. Action cannot be forced. So I think this is a two-way thing. One, they are utilizing their choice of free will. And again, that could be where there might be some tie with a different relationship. They may be choosing to use their free will at this time. The alternative to that is they understand that the feminine has free will and that they can't keep them. Okay? So that's kind of part of this release with the feminine. The feminine has released, and the masculine understands that that's her choice, that's her free will to do that. Okay? So two sides to the coin there. Either they're exerting their free will, and it could be both. Okay? They may just have a mutual understanding that we're both choosing our free will options. At this time, we're separate, and that's okay. We have an understanding that each of us has free will. And also, too, with that, rubber band scenario that I was talking about earlier, that is going to come to an end. So as we work on ourselves separately and individually, maybe even with other partners, we're learning our life lessons at this time. And we're figuring out what it is that we need to accomplish and transform in order to be together with our counterpart. Okay. Now let's look at the blockages or the shared energy. What are we dealing with that? We have yes. Okay, the answer is yes. So there may be a fear here around this yes. So again, now we're talking about how do they feel about their counterpart. Both want this to be a yes. There may be some fear around the yes. Like, if I come forward, will it be a yes? My fear is that I don't know if it's going to be a yes. Even though I want it to be a yes, there's always that potential out there that it may not be. So that's part of the solar plexus chakra where we've got to build up our confidence enough to acknowledge that even if we do come forward, it could be a no still. And even though it's a fear that we're dealing with, we're going to move on and accept it no matter what. All right. So let's get back over to the feminine. What changes are the feminine making in their life? Okay, that one came out. Rise above. So rising above drama, obstacles, pettiness, and finding the strength to rise. I love it. Yes, feminine. We were talking about this before with having to, find our voice, find our power. It's been suppressed for so long. So it is part of our sacred journey to rise as the feminine, step into our power, find our voice. I love it. It's beautiful. All right, masculine. What changes are you making in your life at this time? Healing. Self-care, time out, be gentle with yourself and your twin. Now, this is a twin flame deck. So they keep mentioning twin, again, soulmate, twin, whatever title you want to put on it. So masculine is healing right now. He's transforming. He's destroying things that don't belong in his life, things not built on the solid foundation. And he's healing. So this may not be seen. Again, if this is a no communication situation, which it very well seems like it is, masculine is healing. And this is kind of behind the curtain. Feminine might be observing and seeing, what is masculine doing over there? Behind the curtain, masculine is healing. I love it. So let's get to the shared energy. What changes are they making in their lives in regards to shared energy or obstacles? We have big goals. Career, business success, claim your place in the world. Okay, so both are trying to find out who they are as individuals and potentially, down the road as a team. So both are planning, for their success, trying to claim their place in the world, find your voice, find your power, find what it is that makes you unique. And I love that. This is beautiful. All right. So bottom of the deck, this comes up in every reading, I swear. Divine timing, patience, perseverance, peace, trust that the divine knows when. So that's the overall energy of all of this. We cannot put a date on how long everybody's journey is. Okay? So divine timing is at play here. And I believe that both understand that. Okay? Nothing's going to happen today, tomorrow, anything like that. I kind of attribute it to, it's just, again, an acknowledgement that I'm doing what I can individually and down the road, whenever the down the road happens. And we never know when it could be. It could be today. Maybe both of us have finished all of this and that smash into each other is today. Maybe it's next week, maybe it's next year. Really, there is no way to put a time on when this is going to occur because free will and because of other factors. All right, let's just get a little deeper into this. Okay. So, Spirit, tell me more about this connection. Okay, there we go. We have divine counterpart, which we knew. We have wisdom, knowledge gained through experience, or a wise counselor. We have fear, expecting the worst, afraid of failure, wasting time on negative thoughts. Yep, I got that with this yes. What else, please? Okay. We have recognition. Admiration for your hard work is coming. We have lovers, a passionate connection, shared vision and values. Success. It's your time to shine. Success from what you pour your heart into. I love it. So absolutely with this. So this is part of the big goals that I was getting here at the end. We also at the bottom have a leap of faith. Taking a risk, stepping into the beauty of the unknown. This is part of that free will too. Oops, sorry. Here you have a guy jumping off a cliff into the water. Here you have someone taking the leap of faith. These cards are very similar. Okay? So we all have choices. We all have free will. But from what it looks like is both of us are in this mindset of understanding that The next step might be unknown, and it could be scary. We might even be fearful of what's going to happen next, but we're in the mindset of wanting to take it, wanting to go forward. So whatever that means in your situation. All right, I want to get into the romance angels. Okay, Spirit, what do we have to go with this? All right, we have very soon. So again, very soon for divine timing. Clearly decide what it is that you want so that it comes to you now. So the longer that we procrastinate on deciding what we want, being all stuck in our heads and not wanting to decide whether we do want this connection or we don't want this connection, because I very strongly feel that we both, on both ends, go back and forth pretty regularly. There's times when it comes up and you feel the feels and you're like, I miss my person. Then there's things that come up, and again, this could be out of fear. They go, nope, I'm done with that. I don't want anything to do with it. So once we decide, once and for all, that this is what we want or don't want, that's when it will happen. Okay, anything else here? What else do we have? We have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay. So if you have a type, and you haven't met this person, they may not fit that box that you created for your type. All right, what else? All right, those flew off. Let me get those. Okay, so we have wedding, honeymoon, and deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. All right, now with deception, I feel like this is a past energy. I mean, it's very possible that one or both sides could be in a deceptive energy. But this is the only card on the table that's really alluding to that. So we will get deeper into this. I don't necessarily know who this one is tied to. So I'm going to pull additional cards to find out. At the bottom, we have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Okay, now this goes to both sides. So again, you are individually on your journeys, and what is attracting your mate into your life is doing your thing, rising above, healing, transforming. When you're doing that, you are so attractive to your counterpart, and that is what is coming out for this. Okay. So I'm actually going to let's get into the next deck. The Beach Time Soul. These are the good ones. The good ones. All right. I actually want to know about this deception. So that's what I'm going to ask about with this deck. What is going on with this deception? Can you please tell me more? Okay, we have stabbed in the back. Heartbreak, pain, separation, deception. I love it. Let's clarify deception with more deception. Shocking attack. So somebody was stabbed in the back. Tell me more. I'm getting like 10 of swords with that card, You're just laying there dead. So whether your person stabbed you in the back or this is a third party thing, but let's get more clarification. Tell me more about this deception and stabbed in the back. Okay, heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. All right. So there may have been something that occurred between the two of you, and it could have been, again, deceitful. You could have felt like you were stabbed in the back, and this left you heartbroken. Okay, we have engagement ring. So now we have wedding, honeymoon, and engagement ring. Commitment, eternity, completion, union. So was the stabbing in the back This masculine choosing someone else, and this left you heartbroken. Let's clarify further. All right, we have Hand of Cards. Take a chance, risk, being strategic, not showing hand, gambling. Okay. That could be, okay, mirroring each other. Self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. So what I'm getting is there is likely this masculine chose someone else. And you were left with the stab in the back, you know, the knives. And this left you heartbroken. Now, they may not have even told you that they were with someone else. That could have been part of the deception. With the mirroring, I'm getting that the reason that they chose this other person was because they were in a low vibrational toxic energy at the time, and so was this other person. You had already healed beyond that. And so if you were to have gotten together at that time, your wounds would not have matched each other. And you would have constantly felt like you were being pulled down. Okay? So sort of like a fear-based mentality. And again, inner child wounds, there's a lot of things that are happening here. So that's what I'm seeing. Now, with this third party individual, they did likely marry them. And again, take that as it resonates, but that's really what it's showing here. All right? Even if they were thinking of you, even if they still loved you, this other person was mirroring to them their wounds. And at the time, that was something they needed to heal. And so that's why they had to get into this other relationship, because it was part of their healing journey. Okay? Let's see what else we have here. Twin flames. Okay. So if that is your twin flame, there it is. There's the confirmation. And then we have hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. Now, your person probably sabotaged whatever connection you had. Okay? That is what I'm seeing. And I am sure that this hurt, this sadness, is what's coming up now that we're denying. Feminines. It sucks. It's painful. We are being asked to heal deeper. And as much as we don't want to go here, we need to heal it. Getting choked up just thinking about it. All right. We have self-indulgence, focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. There it is. Feminines, that's what you're being called to do right now. Work on yourself. Pour all that love that you were given to your masculine into yourself. Build yourself up. Empower yourself. You have a voice. You have the power. You are being called to go find it and use it. Okay, we also have heart with a key. Welcoming love, meeting the one, opening your heart and getting together. And then we have a lightning. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. So here's what I'm getting with this. And this. Your masculine didn't expect you to go and to focus on you. Your masculine expected you to hang around and indulge him or her, whatever the masculine fits here in your situation, and be a third party. I want my cake and eat it too. And you said no. And that's why there's fear around this yes right here. Because your masculine was deceptive. Your masculine stabbed you in the back and sabotaged this relationship. Now that you are branching off and doing your shadow work, finding your own self-worth and working on you, your masculine is like, oh, wait, unexpected twist. Holy cow. I didn't expect that. That's shocking to me. Now what do I do? Now I'm in this other situation. They may not even be happy in that situation, but they're learning lessons. Whatever the lessons are that they're learning, they're there to learn those lessons. Those lessons need to be learned in order for you to be able to reunite with this person. Or not. Again, you have free will. You both have free will. Someone else may come along and show you how truly amazing and beautiful you really are. Because this masculine couldn't do it. He wasn't in the right mindset. He was unhealed. And he needed to learn additional lessons that were outside of you. So he got into a relationship where they mirrored each other's wounds. And now he's understanding why you had to leave. And don't get me wrong, he had to also find his self-worth. Okay, his confidence. I don't know if he has found it yet, but once he does find that, that's when the divine timing will come in. All right, let's get a couple more. What else do we have, please, Spirit? Sunglasses. Watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. Okay. Gaslighting. I don't know if you all experienced gaslighting with your person, but that could be part of the third party lessons. Maybe because he was a gaslighter, now his other third party partner is also a gaslighter and it's being done back to him. I'm getting this as very strong karma coming back to him. So whatever he dealt out to you, he's getting it back. Okay, that's part of his lessons. We have date, meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there, plan to set a date. Okay, so feminines, you are in this mindset right now. You are thinking about getting back out there. You've found your voice, you've found your confidence, and now you're wondering, there's other fish in the sea. I don't have to focus on this one person, my twin flame or my soulmate, whatever you want to label it as. You're now making healthy choices, and you're happy. And now you want to go and see if there is someone new out there for you. And I love that for you, feminine. I really do. Good for you. Focus on yourself at this time and your own self-worth. You're making healthy choices and you're doing what you need to do. I think that's beautiful. And then even here, it's moving on. Getting closure. Even if you never got closure, you're moving on. To me, this is like the Six of Swords. You're like, I gotta go. Getting on this boat, I gotta go. Okay. All right. I am going to end this reading with some messages from your person. Let's see what they have to say. Spirit, what does this person's the collective's person want to say? You're always in my heart. Even though I'm not in touch, I observe from a distance. See? You observe from a distance. They observe from a distance. You're just kind of peeking in on each other from time to time. I wonder how they're doing. You are my best friend and I hurt you. I didn't know what I was doing. Can you ever forgive me? See, this is part of their lesson that they're learning now. They realize that they hurt you. And I think initially when they were doing what they were doing, they didn't even think twice about it. And maybe in the back of their mind, they knew, but they did it anyways. Now that they're reflecting and transforming and healing, they understand that what they did was really shitty. They want you to forgive them. I didn't believe in myself or in you. I let my low self-worth ruin our love, and I want us to heal together. There it is. So again, we all had to go through our separate healing journeys. And once we get to that point, we'll come together and we'll heal further together. We came from different worlds. Our perspectives can clash sometimes. Can we work this out? So there was something that came up earlier. Oh, I think it was with the marriage. And it had to do with the societal contracts. So I'm gathering that society would have been more accepting of whatever this third party situation that they got into. That society would be more accepting of that than of the one that you would have had. So again, not being aware of what damage and hurt it actually caused you. To them, it was about what is society going to view this as. Okay? So you may be from different countries. You may be a big age gap. You may, be same-sex marriage. Whatever the situation is, different religious backgrounds, that was something that your person viewed as a block and a reason not to be with you. Okay? All right, we got, I am focused on my career and finances right now because I don't want to struggle again. I'm afraid to share that. So that could be something that they're not communicating with you. It was like a dream come true when we met. I never wanted that passion to end. You rocked my world. Okay, what else? I've made my bed and now I have to lie in it until I can admit my mistakes to myself and to you. Big right there, okay? This person was in denial. Now, I know feminines were denying the pain and the hurt from this heartbreak. Masculine was denying that he even did anything wrong in the first place. I bet it was hard for him to look in the mirror. He had low self-worth, he had low confidence, and he didn't want to acknowledge the pain that he caused you. I feel safe confiding in you. I trust you completely. I can share all my secrets with you. Did your masculine ever tell you things that, they said, I've never told anybody else that? You saw the true version of the masculine, and that's very vulnerable. So the masculine was terrified of that. Even though he felt safe confiding in you, at the same time, he felt very exposed. And he's never felt that way with anybody. And that can be scary. You are the love of my life. You make me want to be a better person. I want to be happy and content with you. You're my secret inspiration. Your smile lights up my world. I love laughing with you. So this reminds me of that inner child. So again, you were happy and content together, and you brought out each other's inner playfulness. Your inner child's. My world is falling apart right now and I don't know how to fix it. It's not right for me to dump that on you. Okay, so that's likely a reason why they would not be in communication with you. They're cleaning up the pieces, the broken pieces of their life. And they've got to do that individually from you. I want to hold you and be held by you again. I want to wake up with you by my side every day. All right. Being apart from you has changed my life. I'm in a dark place right now. I will contact you soon. Yep. Maybe we're too different. That's why we disagree and feel distant from each other. See, this is part of that. I go back and forth. Part of me is like, this is the best thing since sliced bread. And then, I'm so exposed and vulnerable and I don't like feeling this way, so I don't want it. I push it away. Bottom of the deck, no one loves me like you do. I'm ready to commit to you and our beautiful future. All right. So that is your reading today. I hope this resonates with somebody, gives you some clarification on your situation, whether it be a soulmate or a twin flame. You know, you are healing separately, and then you'll come together and continue to heal together. So there are a lot of things that contributed to this pain and this hurt. And each of us are healing from it. Whether the masculine, did the bad right here. I have to lay in my bed now and admit my mistakes, not only to myself, but to you. First, I've got to get it off my chest to me. I have to admit to myself that I did wrong. Then I'll reach out to you and apologize because this person was in denial about it, even to themselves. And then again, with the feminine also doing her own healing journey. So there it is, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. And make sure you're filling your own cup with love before you fill someone else's, because we cannot fill someone else's cup with an empty cup. Make sure you go within so that you never go without. Keep in mind that I'm a beacon of light, here to help guide you through the darkness. And I do truly wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and love. All right. Thank you so much for joining me again. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.